Come, mortals. Enter my realm, if you dare.
Hi everyone, welcome back. So that was an exciting part 1 for Myths of the Realm. A wonderful introduction if I do say so myself. But here we are moving on to one of the last couple quests, a divine dilemma. Cryle wishes to take stock of the situation. I bet she does. It's not every day you speak with the gods. Greetings, I am Cryle of the Students of Baldesion. Do I have the pleasure of addressing Derek, the explorer who sought aid in investigating this place? Oh, I forgot about him. I am Derek, and this here is a baby Oppo Oppo. Yes, I can see that. Doesn't it have a name? None that I know of, nor would I presume to bestow one, for that would be condescending. Okay. I see, that's very considerate of you. So I understand you explored the various phantom realms with Derek. Will you recount to me the experience? So while the gods tested you sorely, you did not sense any malicious intent. As Brygot said, they wish to do battle with us, but it would seem they do not necessarily wish to cause us harm. Though much and more about this perplexes, mayhaps it's safe to assume that they are not primals. As you may recall, Livingway once told us the art of summoning as taught by the Ascians incorporates the fervent desire to assimilate others into one's belief. Thus do the results in primals seek to enthrall worshippers, who in turn seek to grow their ranks. But these beings appear to harbor no such desire. If they are primals, then they are unlike those that have been summoned in recent memory. We might suppose that they were created in antiquity in a like manner to Hydaelyn, but there's no way to prove it. Who could they possibly be, and why do they desire battle with man? Even of your little Eorzea, you know precious little. The true identities of the 12, for instance. That's a different view. Strange flashback. Emexelk did say that, didn't he? At which we must assume he knew the truth and challenged you to seek it out too. Suffice it to say, you'll do so, of course. Well, duh. I already battled 4. I'm not going to miss out on the remaining 8. Insofar as we can ascertain, this is a matter which has implications for the entire star. In light of this, the students of Baldesion formally accept the commission. We will investigate the Phantom Realm and the beings who call themselves the 12. I'm pleased to hear that. Thank you. Without further ado then, I will take a look around. There are a few things I'm curious about. Then with your permission, I will take myself around Eorzea and investigate the worship of those gods we encountered. Claire, Derek, I see as you've already seen this place. Would you care to join me? By all means, in which case... Could you stay here with Cryle, my friend? Wouldn't do to leave a fair maiden alone. Ook, ook! I shall be glad for the company. Take care then, and good luck. So where are we going to now? Shall we ask Grahatia about his plan? Ra has also shared his observations with me. Keeping your combined accounts in mind, I shall see what else I can learn here. Ook! Yeah, not really much left. Okay. So, to explain my plan. It is believed that the 12 are already worshipped during the 3rd Astral Era, when the Allagan Empire flourished. Come the 5th Astral Era, those nations that fought in the War of the Magi each took one of the 12 as a guardian deity. This practice has continued to the present day in Eorzea, with some notable regional differences. For instance, Ishgardians hold Halone as absolute, while Sharlians enjoy a moderate relationship with Thaliak. By visiting various locations in Eorzea and learning about the 12 as they are worshipped, I hope to identify any similarities or differences between them and the beings we encounter. In so doing, I believe we will draw closer to the truth of their identities. As our first destination, I propose that we take ourselves to Rhalgar's Reach, the place's holy ground for worshippers of the Destroyer, and promises to yield useful details. Been a while since we've been to Rhalgar's Reach. Let's head on out. Okay, wow. It really has been a long time since I was here. I mean, not including the main scenario when we paid a brief visit. But there we go, there's the copy. Or was it the original? No, wait, no, that's the original. Because Rhalgar created the copy when we went to the Heaven of Lightning. There you are, Claire. This place served as a base of operations for your investigation into Omega, did it not? How delightful to be here together. Oh, don't start fanboying on me now, Graha. If you don't mind my asking an observation, it seems you enjoy traveling with company. I do. It's something I had dreamt of for a long time. Oh, he's so sweet. Yeah, I mean, nothing like traveling with good friends, right? Is that so? What of yourself? Do you normally travel alone? In my wanderings, I much prefer to have solitude. Not that I avoid people or communities, mind you. As a matter of fact, I've been here before, on the trail of the Phantom Realm. Now that I think on it, more often than not, those places where Phantom Realm sightings are known to occur have a tradition of 12 worship. And I dare to hope that we're on the right track. As I'm sure you know, Rhalgar's Reach is home to the Temple of the Fists, the ancient headquarters of the Fists of Rhalgar. Raised by the Mad King Theodoric, the temple lay abandoned before the Alamegan resistance claimed it for its operations. While I doubt that much literature has survived over the years, the people here may possess some knowledge of the local faith. So let us split up and make inquiries, and reconverse here afterwards to share findings. Alright, so let's look around, see what we can find. I'm not going to have too much hopes up, though. I mean, no insulting like the Alamegans, but they don't really seem like the type who would write everything down that hasn't been already destroyed. Oh, Aunt Claire, is this man perchance a friend of yours? When last he visited, he shared with me the tales he heard on his journeys, and what amazing tales they were. If you have time, I'd love to hear both of your stories. Alas, we're in some haste. We're investigating the worship of Ralgar and seek literature on the subjects. Religious texts and the like. Can any still be found here? Just about all of it is gone, sadly, destroyed by the Empire, if not the Mad King before that. But we haven't lost everything. The mighty image of the Destroyer, the tales we share at the campfire, like the legend of our nation's founding. We still have these things, and they are a source of great comfort and strength to us in our darkest moments. I see. If you don't mind, I would be obliged to hear your stories this time. Claire, rest assured I have this well in hand. Feel free to carry on as you will. Well, that was nice of him. And let's see. Else. I remember! That's the jumping puzzle. God, I hate jumping puzzles. I don't see anyone. Oh, wait! I think that they meant like yeah, it looks like it. Like at the foot of the statue, there's a plaque there, so I think Lise took us there. Oh god, it's been so long since I played Stormblood, I don't remember. Bloodstorm. The words inscribed on the monument. Storm of blood approaches fast. Hell's open, heavens weep. For no one's soul doth lie beyond the measure of his reach. Once upon a time, Lise explained to you their meaning, that we must prepare ourselves for the strife and sorrow that will inevitably come. Alright. And let's look over here. There's a lot of like theories going around about who the 12 actually are, and like I think the most popular one is that the 12 are actually like some kind of incarnations of like the previous people who were like Vanah's followers. That would be cool. Scholarly woman. Yes, if you have business, please make it quick. I'm due to meet with someone any moment now. Forgive me my delay. Oh, I think I know you! Why, if it isn't the adventurer who kindly escorted me to the Temple of the Fist, are you studying monks too, perchance? If so, you ought to work together with me and my colleagues here. Few things are finer than joining heads with like-minded folk. Researching the worship of the Destroyer, you say? Why didn't you mention it sooner? This is a copy of Destructivity, a scripture of the Fist of Ralgar. The original is one of the few texts that survived the temple's razing and was recovered by a monk named Wygardet. Oh, I know him too! He was our teacher when we first started learning to become a monk. I went to the trouble of having this made for my colleague, only for her to say she doesn't need it, so I will offer it to you instead. Ah, at least you forget, this is your passion, not mine. I'm simply assisting you as a favor, and I like you not to put us in danger. Ah, but danger is the crucible in which the monk tempers body and mind. So sublime, monks. Well, we had best return to our work. Till next time, adventurer. I'm sure that they'll be happy about this, at the very least. So, Ralgar, I understand, and sure, I think maybe Nald'thal for UL'DAH, but we really don't have, like, places of worship for Azima or Brygot. Because they're kind of worshipped by a large variety of people, not like one single nation or something. Because Brigod is worshipped by mostly crafters and merchants, I suppose. And Azima is worshipped kind of the Seekers of the Sun, Makote. Claire, what were you able to learn? Copy of one of the scriptures, you say? A moment while I skim over it. I see. This chapter appears to be a record of the construction of the great image of Rhalgar, written in a style that suggests folklore was committed to parchment. When the deluge of the Sixth Umbral Calamity threatened Eorzea, the ancestors of the Alamegans were guided to safety by a comet. Believing that it was sent by Rhalgar that came to hold him in the highest. This much of the tale I have been familiar with. But according to the scripture, among those refugees who followed the comet, some claim to have caught sight of Rhalgar himself. Their accounts were passed down through the centuries, and worshippers of the destroyer pierced them together to give shape to yonder statue. I must say, it bears more than a passing resemblance to the being we encountered. Were that Rhalgar a primal, the explanation for the similarities would be simple. That is, the statue gives rise to the unified interpretation of Rhalgar's appearance, which in turn leads form to the primal. However, this fails to account for what inspired the likeness in the first place. If the scripture is to be believed, it was the sighting during the Sixth Umbral Calamity. Yet for those who witnessed to be able to recognize Rhalgar, they would have needed an agreed-upon idea of his appearance beforehand. If we then consider the history of Twelve worship, then it already existed in the Third Astral Era. It would not be ridiculous to think that these divinities existed even prior to that. So the question is, did these beings give rise to their respective faiths, or are they primals born of them? I thought we made it clear, we are not summoned beings. Oh my god. Oh, they're here? Oh god. I can only imagine how the Alamegans would react. Huh? What? Since time immemorial, our domains have laid scattered across Eorzea. As a matter of fact, one of those in which you set foot is nearby. 'Tis not unusual for mortals to glimpse us. That voice, could they be? Indeed, I am Brigod, and the hawk beside me is Rhalgar. I shall elaborate upon my master's explanation. We thus disguise ourselves when we wish to observe the world without, for being seen in our true forms would violate our laws of conduct. Yet though we similarly disguise our sanctums, veiled them with illusions, rents are known to manifest when surrounding ether is unstable. In such a time, should a gifted mortal chance to be near, they may inadvertently catch sight of us. Of course, during the Umbral Calamity, etheric imbalance occurs on a star-wide scale, the ideal condition for seeing the Phantom Realm. Precisely how many times we have been seen, we ourselves have no way of knowing, but that is a sound assumption to make. Well, Brigod, I believe that shall much suffice by way of an apology for our deception, shall we? Indeed, this is all we are at liberty to reveal. Fare you well, children of man. Do none of the other Alamegans around us not notice this? Like, if they knew that their god was, like, right there, they would probably be freaking out right now. Probably a good idea they appeared in the animal form. Aside from their reticence where it concerns their identity and objective, these divinities are certainly approachable. If what they say was true, and their worship can be traced back to their sightings, it would serve to explain one thing. According to my research, in the field of comparative mythology, Rhalgar has been observed to bear many similarities with Ramu. Assuming both were inspired by the Rhalgar of the Phantom Realm, their divergence may be attributable to differences in culture between man and sylph. So you believe that they gave rise to the prevailing faiths of Eorzea? Given available evidence, yes, I'm inclined to. Yet none of this explains their presence. How and when did beings of such power come into existence? Oh, 'tis you, Cryle. Has something happened? Truly? Very well, I shall take care of it. Cryle has recruited an acquaintance to aid us in our investigation, an authority on mythology. I must go and retrieve her at the sunken temple of Karn, where she is currently conducting fieldwork, after a brief detour to prepare a little something. Conveniently, Thanalan is home to countless adherents of Nald'thal. While I tend to business, may I ask the two of you to make inquiries in UL'DAH? Very well. Excellent. I shall join you there as soon as I'm able. By your leave. So it's just be you and me in UL'DAH. I suppose it can't be helped. Oh, come on! You can't hate company that much that you can't join us on a little foray. Strange manners for one who proposed the survey to so promptly abandon it. I'll not lie, I'm not given to working one-on-one with another, but I suppose I agree to this arrangement. Oh, you are shady as hell, buddy. Well, we had best be on our way. As I recall, Melivet's Sacrosum is still closed for construction, so let's try our luck at Azareneth's Observatory. You have no objection to traveling separately, I trust? Good. I shall see you in UL'DAH. Man, I mean, come on, we're not that bad of company. Man, I mean, you would think this guy hates being around people. Alright, so we definitely need to go to the Thaumaturge Guild. And we can get our look at Nald'thal. Ooh, I wonder if he and Azima are going to make an appearance. Maybe in animal form, but still. Ah, you're here. Of the Dyfek twins Nald'thal, here they worship Thal, who keeps the realm of the dead and weighs the worth of men's souls. In contrast, Nal keeps the world of the living and oversees their financial fortunes. Their names are borne by many a location and religious organization. Some extremely wealthy and powerful exist to nurture faith in them. On the surface, it may seem strange that a hub of commerce such as UL'DAH could be home to such spiritual people, but it's actually quite logical when one considers that their region is, in essence, commerce. In any event, Nald'thal is truly unusual divinity. What was originally held to be one god came to be worshipped as twins. Indeed, rather than two distinct entities, that which we encountered was a single being possessed of two personalities. Uh-oh. Did I mishear? Did he just say that they encountered Nald'thal? Oh, this ain't good. And while his appearance differs somewhat to the divinities worshipped, it cannot be denied that there are striking similarities in their nature. Okay, you should probably shut up. We're starting to attract attention. That may not be a good idea to keep talking. Forgive me, this is hardly the place for such a conversation. Let us continue it elsewhere. Yeah, good idea. Jeez. I was wondering when people would start to notice. It was careless of me to openly speak of our encounter with the divinity within a place where he is worshipped. Hereon, I shall exercise greater caution. I thank you for alerting me to my indiscretion and ask that you keep it between us. Now then, to finish our conversation, as I mentioned, though the Nald'thal as worshipped by men appear somewhat different, there are undeniable similarities in their nature. I believe we may report this much to Grahatia. With that, our work here is done. Rather than waiting for our companion to arrive, perhaps you might seek him out at the sunken temple. He mentioned needing to make a detour. Were we to set out now, we ought to be able to catch up to him. After all, we hardly know one another. Rather than loiter with an unfamiliar person, it is better to use our time productively. Wouldn't you agree? Then let us head to the sunken temple of Karn at once. Okay, I mean, yes, we're unfamiliar faces, but that's kind of the point of getting to know each other. Oh well. Wow, I can't even remember the last time I was in Southern Thanalan. Okay. Oh, this takes me back to the Almaja Beast Tribe, just having to fly all the way around. Okay, so we are here. It's been a while since I've seen the Sunken City as well. Oh, there they are, and ooh, Collapsed Scholar. Here, thank goodness. I found this woman collapsed, though I can see no obvious injuries. By her attire, she appears to be some manner of scholar. Water, food, in my bag, please. I see. Claire, may I trouble you to find her bag? I'll stand lookout in the meantime. Alright. I'm guessing she worked so hard she just collapsed out of lack of food and water or something. I mean, it's not the first time we've seen this. Examining the bag, you find a skin with little water left, but there appears to be no provender. For now, you decide to take the water to the woman. No water in the desert? Are you crazy? So thirsty, so hungry. Ugh. Not enough food. I need food. Have not saved dried meat, tough as leather. Do you have anything easier to consume? I don't think so. Oh, there you are. Claire, Dirk, what are you doing here? Actually, that can wait. Steady, Snowgim. I brought you Archon loaf and coffee, made sweet and creamy just as you like it. Ah, I am reborn, washed down with a sweet beverage. The life-giving nutrients of Archon loaf permeated my being from head to toe. Thank you, kind stranger. However you knew my preferred source of sustenance, you are truly a godsend. Oh, it's you, Raha! What brings you here? I don't recall mentioning any field work. It's for my research into Baldinian worship of Azima, you see. Haven't you heard from Cryo? The students are presently investigating the 12, and we would prevail upon your expertise. May I introduce Snowjam, expert mythologist. She is a collaborator of the students, and like many a Starlian scholar, is passionate about her endeavors to the point of forgetting to eat. Seeing as she is thus recovered, may I ask the two of you to tell her about the Phantom Realm? The 12 abide in the Phantom Realm, and you exchange not only words with them, but blows besides? Incredible! And your descriptions of the domains as thunderous tower in one and a sweltering city in another are precisely as the heavens of lightning and fire are depicted in legend. In ancient times, worshippers of the 12 believe that there exist 7 heavens and 7 hells. Etherology has since established that departed souls return to the ethereal sea. But it seems those afterlife domains were more than just inventions of mortal imagination. As a pursuer of myths, I must say it feels somewhat anticlimactic to suddenly have these revelations given to me. Bit more than that, I'm dying to know more, which is to say, please allow me to join your investigation. We would, of course, welcome your presence. Without further ado, then, let us head to the OMPHALOS. Cryo awaits us there. Well, I can tell that she's going to be a lot of fun talking with. Okay, and let's head back to more DHONA. Oh man, she's gonna lose her mind when she sets foot there. And I can't wait till she sees like the 12, like any of the gods that appear before her. She's going to lose her mind completely there. So, the Baldinians worshipped Azima. That's right, I forgot about that fact. Can we walk on water here? No, we can't. Welcome back, everyone, and welcome, Sonjim. I'm glad you could join us. Kryle, how delightful to see you again. I understand you've been doing a fine job leading the students. And may I say what a lovely place this is. At a glance, this appears to be the highest of the heavens of legend, the seventh heaven. Really? This is the seventh heaven? And ooh, if those aren't symbols representing the other heavens, I take it those are their respective gateways. I should like to pay them all a visit. For Sorgim's benefit, let us review what we have learned thus far and thence deliberate the next step. The gods reappeared before us in Ralgor's Reach, though they were disguised as unassuming creatures. Their laws forbid them from showing their true forms outside their realm. Yet in the event the ambient ether becomes unstable, such as during an umbral calamity, it is possible for the realm, and indeed the gods themselves, to be glimpsed by mortals. And such sightings, we believe, have given rise to the various faiths practiced throughout Eorzea. As we confirmed in UL'DAH, the Nald'thal worshipped by people and the Nald'thal we encountered here have more similarities than they do differences. You are shady as hell, buddy. In the course of exploring the OMPHALOS, two things caught my attention. The first is the gate which lies in the innermost area. If each of the other 6 gates leads to an elementary aspected heaven, and we stand at the 7th heaven as Sonjim says, what then lies beyond the last gates? That is a good question. The second is this monument. It harbors some manner of magic, unlike anything I've seen before. I will endeavor to decipher it, but it will take time. Divinities that have existed since time immemorial, who abide in domains resembling the heavens of legend. Why have they chosen to reveal themselves to mortals seeking battle? Unless they favor us with more of their secrets, 'twould seem this monument holds the key to solving the mystery. Indeed, much and more yet lies beyond our understanding, but we'll keep chasing the truth together. As I'm sure you all agree, though, this is tiring work, both mentally and physically. We need to pace ourselves. To which end, might I suggest we return to Revenant's Toll and have a rest before we embark on the next stage of our investigation? I won't say no to that. I know this is just the first part, but still, I am just completely at a loss here. I doubt we're going to get any answers until we finally wrap everything up, though. I can't wait for that. That's going to be like a year wait. So rarely do I get to simply chat with colleagues. I had fairly forgotten what it felt like. Indeed, it's quite fitting that we should be doing so here at the 7th heaven. Fitting? That is an understatement if I've ever heard one. The 7th and highest of the heavens, which rules over the remaining 6, was right here in Mordona all this time! And you really shouldn't be yelling that out. This isn't fitting, my friends. It's destiny! You are obviously well versed in the myths surrounding the heavens and hells. If you don't mind, I should like to hear your thoughts on them. Did nobody hear her screaming it out? Invested as they are in the research, it doesn't take much to stoke their passions. My apologies if it makes you uncomfortable. Having always traveled alone, I'm admittedly not too familiar with such a lively atmosphere, but I do not mislike it. By the way, the two of you arrived at the sunken temple rather quickly. Did something happen? Kinda. Well, as pleasant as this has been, it's past time we return to the annex. The paperwork for this commission isn't going to complete itself, alas. Then I shall take myself to the OMPHALOS. There's so much there that I like to see. And I believe I'll go for a walk nearby. It's getting a little warm in here. Alright, do take care now. Wow, is he that socially awkward, or is he hiding more than what he's saying? I mean, I have a couple theories about who this guy is, but I don't know if it's actually him or the Opo anymore. That could be one of the gods in disguise. I mean, they just can't appear in their normal godlike forms. But I guess if they were to appear in like a human form, I guess that wouldn't break any rules. Oh, he was right outside? Okay. Oh, Claire, it's pleasant, isn't it? The smell and sounds of a tavern makes one feel alive. And afterwards, stepping outside alone and breathing the cold air, I like that just as much. While we await developments, I shall remain here in Revenant's Toll. If there are any tidings, rest assured I will share them with you. Thank you for helping thus far. I doubt so much could have been accomplished without you. Is it done? Aww. Okay. So that's it for now, I guess. Sadly, we gotta wait like 8 months before we can actually continue on, but oh well, what can you do? Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for joining me for the first part of Myths of a Realm. I hope that you're looking forward to the next part. I know I am, and I'll be seeing you around soon. Bye!